It's the second of our 2 games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Texas Tech.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Woodson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll keep it on the ground. Woodson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, 46. Yeah, baby.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This is 2nd and 8.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 46. 46.
Now Prescott. Left, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide. Yeah, here we go. 26.
Again, it's Henry. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Inside handoff, Henry. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They throw it out right complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Woodson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yeah, here we go. Right, so we're going to 53. Hey, kill. What do you think?
Prescott now. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. His 2nd catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 7.
Dobbs is throwing. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Henry up the middle. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Woodson. Oh, some strong running. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now 2nd and 3.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! What do you think?
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Yeah, here we go.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
54, go to 54, wide in. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide in. Here we go. Wait,
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is now 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Dobbs. Flushed out right.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. On the move past the 40.
And down to the 29-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
Now Dobbs. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Henry. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a handoff to Henry. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah!
2nd and 9.
Again to Henry.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And the busy night for Henry continues. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw is Dobbs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Third down and 6.
Back to throw Dobbs. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get